This is the discussion room, where two minds meet to share stories, ideas, and relatable conversations about the everyday moments that shape our lives.
Deciding what to cook for dinner can sometimes feel like a monumental task. After a long day, the last thing you want is to stare blankly into the fridge, wondering what to make.
Absolutely. It's funny how something as simple as deciding dinner can turn into a full-blown debate. Do you go for something healthy, comfort food, or just whatever you're craving at the moment?
Exactly. Last night, Raven and I found ourselves in a similar situation. I was leaning towards making a stir fry with whatever veggies I had left, but Raven was craving something more substantial, like a hearty pasta dish. We ended up arguing about which option was better until we realized we couldn't agree.
I've been there. Sometimes it feels like you need a committee to decide what's for dinner. Did you end up compromising?
We did. Instead of making it a point of contention, we decided to order in some sushi and keep the stir fry idea for another night. It turned out to be a great decision because sushi was exactly what we both needed after a stressful day.
Sushi nights are always a win. It's quick, delicious, and you can customize it to your liking. Plus, there's something fun about trying different rolls together. Have you ever had a memorable meal that stood out?
Oh, absolutely. A few months ago, we decided to have a themed dinner night. We chose Italian cuisine and went all out with homemade pasta from scratch. It was a bit chaotic in the kitchen, but the end result was incredible. The satisfaction of making something together and enjoying it was unforgettable.
That sounds amazing. Cooking together can really bring people closer, even if things don't go perfectly. The process itself creates great memories. Um, what was the most challenging part of that dinner?
For me, it was the pasta dough. Getting the consistency right was tricky, and we ended up with more dough stuck on our hands than on the counter. But, um, Raven was a pro at rolling it out, so I learned a lot from watching her.
It's those little moments that make the experience special. Plus, there's nothing like the taste of fresh homemade pasta. When you did you pair it with anything special?
Yes, we made a simple tomato basil sauce and paired it with a nice bottle of red wine. We also made a fresh salad with mixed greens, cherry tomatoes, and a balsamic vinaigrette. It was the perfect meal to end the week on a high note.
I love how a good meal can turn an ordinary evening into something extraordinary. It's not just about the food, but the company and the effort you put into it. Have you ever had a meal that didn't go as planned, but still turned out memorable? When you cook at home, you just get absolutely lost in a book or meal that's comfortable and with a good food. Um,
Definitely. There was one time we attempted to make homemade pizza. We thought it would be fun, but the dough didn't rise properly and the toppings were unevenly distributed. Instead of getting frustrated, we laughed it off and ended up having a pizza party with store-bought bases and our own creative toppings. It was messy, but we had a great time.
that's the spirit. Sometimes the best memories come from the unexpected twists. It's all about enjoying the process and each other's company, regardless of the outcome. Do you have any go-to strategies for avoiding those dinner debates in the first place?
One thing that's helped us is planning our meals ahead of time. Um, we take turns choosing what to cook so everyone gets a chance to have their preferences honored. It takes the pressure off of making a decision every single night and ensures variety in our meals.
Meal planning is such a great idea. It not only saves time, but also reduces the stress of last-minute decisions. Plus, it can help with grocery shopping and ensuring you have all the ingredients you need. Do you use any specific tools or apps for meal planning?
We use a simple spreadsheet where we list out meals for the week and assign who's responsible for each one. It's straightforward and works well for us. Occasionally, we'll throw in a spontaneous meal if the mood strikes, but having a plan definitely makes things easier.
That's a practical approach. Keeping it simple often works best. It's all about finding what fits your lifestyle and makes the process enjoyable rather than burdensome. Have you ever incorporated any cultural or family traditions into your dinner planning?
Yes, we love exploring different cuisines from around the world. It's a fun way to try new things and learn about different cultures. Plus, it keeps our meals interesting and diverse. We've had Mexican nights, Thai curry evenings, and even a Japanese ramen day.
Exploring global cuisines is a fantastic way to keep things exciting. It's like a mini culinary adventure every week. Do you have a favorite cuisine that you keep returning to?
It's hard to choose just one, but Italian is definitely up there. There's something so comforting about a good bowl of pasta or a perfectly baked lasagna. Plus, it's versatile and allows for a lot of creativity in the kitchen.
Italian cuisine is a perennial favorite for good reason. The flavors are rich and satisfying, and there are so many dishes to choose from. Do you ever incorporate any modern twists into traditional recipes?
Yes, we like to experiment by adding different ingredients or trying out fusion dishes. For example, we once made a lasagna with spinach and ricotta, adding a layer of pesto for an extra burst of flavor. It was a hit and became one of our go-to recipes. Um,
That sounds delicious. It's great to see how small changes can elevate a dish and make it uniquely yours. Do you ever share your culinary creations with friends or family?
Occasionally, we host dinner parties where we showcase some of our favorite recipes. It's a fun way to share what we've been working on and get feedback. It's a great excuse to gather everyone around the table and enjoy good food together. I would.
Hosting dinner parties is a wonderful way to bring people together. It not only allows you to share your cooking, but also creates a warm and inviting atmosphere. Do you have any tips for making these gatherings successful?
Communication is key, making sure everyone knows what to expect. And if they need to bring anything, helps things run smoothly. Also, preparing as much as possible in advance reduces stress on the day of the gathering. And most importantly, keeping the mood light and fun ensures everyone has a good time.
Those are excellent tips. Preparation and a positive attitude can make all the difference. It's all about creating an environment where everyone feels comfortable and can enjoy the meal and each other's company. Have you ever had a particularly memorable dinner party?
Yes. One that stands out was when we decided to do a progressive dinner. We started with appetizers at one friend's house, moved to another for the main course, and ended at a third for dessert. It was a unique experience that allowed us to enjoy different settings and dishes throughout the evening. It made the night feel like a culinary journey.
A progressive dinner sounds like a fantastic idea. It adds an element of surprise and variety, making the evening even more special. It's a great way to explore different cooking styles and settings while enjoying the company of friends. do you have any future dinner plans or ideas you're excited about?
We're planning to try a seafood night soon. We want to make homemade shrimp scampi and maybe even experiment with making our own sushi rolls. It's something new for us, and we're both excited to dive into it and see how it turns out.
That sounds delicious and adventurous. Trying new things in the kitchen keeps the experience fresh and exciting. It's wonderful to hear how much joy and connection comes from these shared meals. Any final thoughts on dinner debates and memorable meals?
I think it's all about balance and communication, finding ways to make meal planning fun rather than a chore can turn those debates into opportunities for creativity and bonding. And at the end of the day, sharing a meal together, no matter how simple or elaborate, creates lasting memories.
And absolutely. Food has a unique way of bringing people together and fostering connections. Embracing the process, being open to new ideas, and enjoying each other's company can transform everyday dinners into something truly special.
We covered a few ideas that might be unfamiliar or challenging. Here are 5 words worth remembering and their definitions. First, versatile, able to adapt. Second, empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Third, culinary, related to cooking or the kitchen. Fifth, concise, giving a lot of information clearly and in a few words. Brief and to the point. That's a wrap for today's Talk in the Discussion Room. Until next time, stay connected and see you for more stories.